Here comes the comeback. The kid is back, back on track, and everybody loves a comeback. So come on back now, come back. Everybody loves the underdog, singing that's my dog, that's my dog.
On Twitter at Dave Ramsey. Dave, do you believe in home warranties? No, and I don't believe in extended warranties either. And then another guy says, doesn't that mean you don't believe in insurance? No, it means I don't believe in insurance that's a ripoff and unneeded. Whoa! Yeah, home warranties are not a good buy. I grew up in the real estate business. I've sold them. I wished I hadn't. Let me help you with this. Let's open an insurance company, you and I together. You ready? Okay. What are you going to charge for your premium on your insurance product? If you're going to open a home warranty business, what are you going to charge as your premium for the home warranty? You're going to just guess? Well, if you're going to guess, you're going to be out of business soon. If you're going to open an insurance business and you're going to do it right, you're going to gather statistical evidence called an actuarial table. And if you're going to warranty homes, you're going to say homes that have a certain age and certain attributes to them. We're going to have the heat and air break down X number of times out of 1,000. We're going to have the water heater go out X number of times out of 1,000. And we're going to have the roof leak X number of times out of 1,000. Whatever is covered under our warranty, we want to see how many times we're going to have to pay on it out of 1,000. Then if we sell 1,000 warranties, in order for us to make money, we have to charge more than the repairs we're going to have to pay out. Do you agree? Duh. Because we're trying to make a profit. We're opening a home warranty company here. The idea is to make a profit. And so we have to figure out the average breakdown on the average home, and we figure that out, and we figure out that its average is $37. Across all the homes that we cover for the things that we cover. I'm just making that up. Okay, so we have to charge more than $37. Well, then we figure out, okay, how do home warranties get sold? Well, they're usually sold by realtors that are doing the transaction. Okay, so how are we going to get them to do it? Well, they're not going to fool with anything unless you give them $100 or something. They're not going to fool with it for $10. And so, you pay your marketing fee out of $100. So now, in order to provide you the home warranty, I have to charge $37 for the breakdown, $100 for the commission, the marketing commissions that are out there. And then on top of that, I have to pay my overhead, my secretary, and my rent on my building that we just opened for this insurance company, this home warranty company, right? And then, by the way, I want to make a profit. And so we add all of that up across 1,000 warranty sales, and we say, okay, we're going to charge $250 for this home warranty. And so you come along, you pay $250 for the home warranty, which actually covers the probability of breakdown on your home of $37. Now, those numbers aren't exactly correct. They're made up, but they're not far off, because here's the numbers. In extended warranties at electronic stores, auto extended warranties and auto warranties that you buy extra, add on by the dealer, and home warranties, the marketing cost is 75% of what you pay. The actual probability of breakdown that you're covering averages about 12%. And the rest goes to profit and overhead. And so out of every $100 that you pay for a warranty, somewhere around $12 of coverage is actually what you're getting. You should instead self-insure through your home breaking down by having an emergency fund, and put all of the money that you are going to pay those marketers and all the money that you're going to pay in overhead and profit to that company in your pocket, and cover your $37 or your $12 breakdown yourself. Self-insure through your home breaking down by having an emergency fund. Self-insure through your electronics or your car breaking down by having an emergency fund. Now, that does not preclude you from buying any insurance. There are some insurances you buy for things you can't afford to cover. You can afford to cover those out of your pocket if you have a brain and you grow an emergency fund. But you can't afford to build your house over. So you have homeowners insurance in case your house burns to the ground. Because most of you aren't going to pocket the 300 grand to be able to cover that. And so it does make sense to transfer that risk. Life insurance, it makes sense to transfer that risk. Health insurance, it makes sense to transfer that risk. But at the end of the day, all insurance is based on the probability of the event, plus marketing costs, plus overhead, plus profit. And that's how premiums are priced. And so these little knick-knack, gotcha, bite you in the butt mosquito warranty thingies that are out there are all marketing costs. They're pure marketing. Pure marketing. Well, I bought one once and my heat and air went out. Well, you're the exception rather than the rule, because if every time somebody bought one, their heat and air went out, the warranty company would be out of business in a year, because you're paying $250 for it and you got a $1,500 heat and air unit or a $3,000 heat and air unit. It wouldn't take many of those for that company to go out of business. So obviously they're not paying out more than they're taking in, or they wouldn't be open. And obviously they didn't open their doors to pay out more than they're taking in, or they wouldn't be open. So don't get ripped off with these stupid warranties. I mean, you go to Best Buy, you can't even walk through the crap. I mean, you go through there, you try to buy a pencil, they want to put a warranty on it at Best Buy. Why? Because Best Buy has almost no margin. The electronics that they sell you are priced with very little profit. Tiny, tiny, tiny profits. They make all of their money off of two things: warranties and credit. So they want to sell you the 90 days same as cash so they can get you ripped off on some 30% interest rate deal. They want you to put it on their stupid rip-off credit card at 25%, and they want you to buy a warranty on it. And that's where they make all their money. They're on their warranties and on their financing. They're not really in the electronics business. The electronics are just a way to get you to buy a warranty and finance it. That's the business that they're in. And that's the core thing about Best Buy. If you don't believe me, ask anybody that's worked there. If they don't sell so many Best Buy credit cards in a given week, they get fired. They're on a quota. Best Buy, they didn't say how many TVs you sold in a week. They said how many credit cards you sell in a week. They didn't say how many washer and dryers you sell in a week. They said how many credit cards you sell in a week. And the same is true with these stupid auto warranties. You're going to run into that at the auto dealership, where they cram them down your throat. Now, not all dealerships do that, but some do. And I'll guarantee you the realtors that are pushing these things are getting a nice little wallet liner as a result of putting that thing out there. They're not evil. It's just not a good deal. It's just not a good deal. You're better off to self-insure through those things that you can self-insure and transfer the risk for those things you can't afford the risk. Well, I can't afford to replace the heat and air. Then you can't afford a house. What? Yeah, you heard me. Doofus, you don't need to be buying a house if you don't have an emergency fund to replace the heat and air, because as soon as you buy the house, the heat and air is going to go out. That's what's going to happen. So I tell broke people not to buy houses. Makes you broker. When broke people buy houses, we have the economy crash around our ears. That's what just happened. Don't buy houses when you're broke. Get out of debt and have an emergency fund when you buy the house. Otherwise, you can't afford the house. Well, I bought a 15-year fixed. I can't afford the payments. I can't afford to fix anything because of these payments. Then you couldn't afford the payments if you can't afford the house. So this is how that works. Slow down, people, and quit getting ripped off by these extended warranties, home warranties, and auto warranties. They're not a good deal. Mathematically, 75% of what you're paying is going to marketing cost. It is not going to insurance. And if you can't self-insure through a quarter on the dollar, and you'd rather just shovel money out the door, then you're missing, you're not going to build wealth if you keep doing math that way. You've got to stop and realize this does not make sense. Now, if somebody wants to pay for it and hand you a warranty, then that's fine. But be careful that you didn't pay for it in the price somewhere. If you're buying a new car and they give you a great warranty with that, that's fine. That's different. If you're buying a home and the seller's already furnishing a warranty, that's okay. I got no big deal with that. Except sellers, I got to tell you, very few buyers are going to buy the house because of the warranty. They're buying the house because they wanted the house. Don't get all caught up in this crap. It's extra profit for the real estate business. That's all it is. Stay away from it. Put the money in your pocket and have your emergency fund.